Hi everyone, my name is Allison Ray, and today I will be discussing an assay of interest in Parkinson's disease research. An aspect of the research being conducted in the Frolic lab that I find interesting is the Scales for Outcomes in Parkinson's, which is more commonly known as the SCOPA-AUT. This will make much more sense after I give you a little bit of background. So first things first, what exactly is Parkinson's disease? So Parkinson's disease is a progressive disorder that affects the nervous system and the parts of the body controlled by the nerves. Parkinson's disease causes motor symptoms such as uncontrollable movements like a tremor, stiffness, and difficulty with balance and coordination. And also it causes non-motor symptoms including autonomic nervous system dysfunction and depression. Autonomic nervous system dysfunction symptoms include impaired temperature regulation, bladder function, blood pressure, sexual function, digestion, and more. I found this image on Google that I thought illustrated the stages of Parkinson's disease very well, so if you're interested, take a look. The research I am focusing on today from the Frolic lab at UNC is essentially trying to determine the overlap between the two categories of non-motor symptoms during different stages of Parkinson's disease. So what are the associations between autonomic and depression symptoms and early Parkinson's disease, and how do these symptoms evolve as the disease progresses? They did this by evaluating how the disease symptoms progressed at 3 different analysis time points, one baseline visit that took place within 2 years of disease onset, so when symptoms started occurring, 2 years after the baseline visit, and then 5 years after the baseline visit. So I laid out a sample timeline for you. At each visit, they evaluated the motor symptoms and the non-motor symptoms and how they had evolved and progressed over time with the disease duration. There are separate assessments for motor symptoms and for non-motor symptoms, and there are different assessments for each branch of the 2 non-motor symptoms, autonomic nervous system dysfunction and depression. I will be focusing on the assessment used to evaluate the progression of autonomic dysfunction symptoms, for which they use the Scales for Outcomes and Parkinson's. This assessment system is a 23-item validated self-completed questionnaire which assesses specific gastrointestinal, urinary, cardiovascular, pupillary, thermoregulatory, and sexual symptoms in Parkinson's disease. The number of questions on each subject is listed on the slides. Here I have included a few of the sample questions I found from an outside source as a reference. A higher score, meaning the action in question happens frequently, indicates a higher burden of symptoms, and that's how this assessment is scored. I included the citation for the outside reference on the bottom of the slide. Here I have included a link to the full questionnaire if anyone is interested in going and looking at it. I found it to be very interesting. I believe the wording varies slightly from questionnaire to questionnaire, but overall the topic consensus is the same. So I thought I would give you an opportunity to look at that. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have a great day.